the positioning of the mouth to bring out the sound on your sax. Different people have different ways of positioning their mouths on this sax. It is recommended that when you want to play, you place your upper teeth, your frontal canines, on the mouthpiece up like this. You fold your lower lips inside, then bring out your frontal teeth and place it on top. Then your lower lip comes right under your reed. Let me come again. Your frontal teeth bites on top the mouthpiece. Then your lower lip, which is folded inside like this, with your tongue a bit out, comes beneath the reed. But be careful not to damage the reed, because the reed is a very flexible and fragile wood, which any small thing can just make it damaged and renders your mouthpiece not totally useless, but it affects you when playing and your sound does not come out well. So that is about embouchure, and we have another way of positioning the mouth. Some people prefer just using their upper lip and the lower lip like this. Then the first one I mentioned is like this. Then the other one. Anyone that works for people. I have people like Kirk Wallon, we have Jerry Omoli. Nigerian saxophonists mostly use the first one I mentioned, that is the upper teeth and the lower lip. But some people also prefer the other part. Like example, we have BJ Sax. I noticed he uses his two lips, the upper and the lower, like this. But people like Jerry Omoli or Shola Sax or Mike Aremu would prefer using the first method I mentioned. So now let's go. After practicing your embouchure, you develop yourself by first making it sound on this mouthpiece. This mouthpiece can just sound like a whistle at first, but you train your embouchure to make it not to sound like as a whistle. You can play a whole scale of tonic surfer. You can run a whole scale by just positioning your embouchure on this. We'll come back to that later when we begin to build our embouchure. But this is just an introductory class. So you just position your upper lip, your upper teeth, sorry, and your lower lip inside. This should not be difficult in making it sound. Most people are always in a rush to play the sax, so they don't really start with this. But I advise you to start with this. Then after your success in this, you take the neck of the saxophone. I'm sorry, this here is called the cork. It allows the mouthpiece enters the neck, so it has a grease you put here. You can put a grease there, so you put it right on top the cork and slide it in and make sure it's firm. So after you've practiced on your mouthpiece, you put it on the neck. Try and make a sound also on the neck like this. Same positioning of the embouchure. You can see the sounds are different. The first one will sound like a whistle. The second, with the neck, brings out a let me say a thick sound. How should I put that? Let's say a thick sound. Can you try it again? Then for your self training or rehearsal, you can try and make long tones. Actually, long tones help when as a saxophonist. Long tones help, like just playing a tone for a long period of time, like just holding the tone down, like as long as your breath can take you. So with that long tone, you notice the sound is like wavering, as if you are looking at it in a, like when you look at it in a wave pitch, the sound is wavering. But the aim of this long tone is to make your sound just very perfect, in a very perfect pitch, without it bending or without it alterating in any way. So that is that. We'll come back to all of this. As I said, is an introductory class. So after that, your success in playing the mouthpiece, your success in playing it with the neck, you are good to proceed with the rest of the sax. So you couple it here, you put it in the hole here, you couple it in the hole here, then you place it. Make sure it's key, it enters. Then there's a small button here, you tighten it. Not too tight though, but just make sure the neck does not shake. You can see. But when it's loose, the neck can shake at any time. When it's loose, and it will affect your playing. But when it's tight like this, the neck can't shake. Sorry, neck can't shake. Then you position it well to face you. So this is how to couple a sax. Let me show you again. This is the mouthpiece. The mouthpiece enters the neck. Then from the neck, you couple it here. Make sure it enters. Then tighten it. After your success in that, you just try to make a sound. This is where the issue comes in. When I started mine, it was very difficult to making a sound on the sax. I was a bit embarrassed, but most people don't have that kind of difficulty. You can see some adults who just have the difficulty in making a sound, while a 4-year-old kid or 3-year-old kid will just pick it and make that sound just pure like that. So just after coupling it, just try and make a sound without pressing any key. Do not be bothered about playing straight up, because some Nigerian saxophonists are so eager to play songs, to just attain that intermediate level or professional level, but it starts somewhere. So just without playing any key, just try and make a sound also like you did on the mouthpiece and on the neck. You can see the sound came out just once. Some people have difficulty that it will just bring out like something like. So it takes some people time to just make this sound, but as time goes by, you try and you get it. You get it. So don't forget the embouchure. Your embouchure matters a lot. The way you build your embouchure matters a lot. Your jaw on the upper part of the mouthpiece. Your teeth of the mouthpiece. Then your lower lip is inside with your tongue under the rib. And just after that, you continue, you practice the long tones also till you know your sound is just straight without bending. Till you know your sound is straight without bending.